How narcissists perceive your death and their own death. That's the title of this video. When we talk about narcissists, we are talking about I individuals. We're talking about me individuals. It's all about themselves. Narcissists are very self-absorbed, selfish, self-centered, egocentric, egotistic individuals. With a narcissist, they use then discard others. They need constant attention, constant validation, constant admiration, recognition, praise all the time. The universe have to place them in the middle. They need to be the center of the universe. In short, narcissists, they need you to focus on them. It's all about their needs. They use you, then they discard you. They lack empathy, and they're very proud, arrogant, boastful creatures. When we talk about a narcissist and death, how do they perceive your death? How do they perceive their own death? Death challenges the narcissist's control. Remember, narcissists are master manipulators. They thrive on control. So death is the ultimate loss of control to a narcissist. And when a narcissist imagines death, only that can trigger intense anxiety. They can't dominate death, or they can't manipulate death, and this terrifies the narcissist. Narcissists fear losing their image. Narcissists care deeply about how others see them. Even in death, they worry about how they will be remembered. Will people admire them? Will people mourn them? Will people forget them entirely? This preoccupation dominates their thoughts. Narcissists see their own death as a loss of power. For narcissists, death is more than an end. It's a total failure of their influence. They often obsess over leaving a legacy that keeps their name alive, even if their life was harmful to others. Now, your death becomes a reflection of them. Narcissists often view others' death through a self-centered lens. Your passing, your death may be interpreted as a reflection on them. They'll ask, did I fail to make you love me enough? Or did my absence contribute to your demise? Narcissists may feel envy at your death. If you die and people mourn you more than them, narcissists can feel deep jealousy. They crave admiration. So, someone else's death spotlight can trigger insecurity. Guilt is foreign. True guilt is hard for a narcissist. They rarely see themselves as partly responsible for the pain their actions may cause. Even in death, the narcissist might blame circumstances or other people instead. They dramatize their mortality. Narcissists love attention. When they face their own mortality, they might exaggerate illness, near-death experiences, or risk, seeking sympathy and admiration for their suffering. Narcissists fear being forgotten. Above all, narcissists fear irrelevance. They fear being irrelevant. The thought of being completely forgotten after death is almost unbearable. This can lead them to obsessively craft an image, a legacy, or even control narratives from beyond the grave. They may use your death as a stage. If someone dies in their orbit, narcissists may exploit it for attention, portraying themselves as the grieving hero or victim to draw sympathy and admiration. Death of others triggers self-centered reflections. They often ask, what does this mean for me? Your death isn't about your life, it's about their narrative, their ego, and their perception in the world. They can manipulate grief. Narcissists might control or dictate how others mourn, using funerals, messages, or social media posts to ensure they remain central in the story. Narcissists struggle to process true emotions. While they may outwardly cry or mourn, narcissists often lack genuine empathy. The emotions are filtered through how they impact them personally. You see, about the emotions, it's about how they impact they always impact them personally. Now, narcissists fear loss of admiration permanently. A narcissist needs constant admiration. So, death is permanent. So, no amount of charm or manipulation can reverse death. They can't reverse it. This permanence terrifies narcissists more than the physical pain of dying. They fantasize about heroic deaths. Narcissists often imagine dying in ways that preserve or enhance their status, heroically, dramatically, or in ways that cement admiration from others. They fear your judgment after death. If you die with unresolved anger or resentment towards them, narcissists worry that it will tarnish their reputation. They may obsess over posthumous judgment. With a narcissist, they minimize others' death unless it benefits them. A narcissist may dismiss someone else's death as unimportant if it doesn't serve their narrative or ego. Only deaths that impact their status or control truly matter to them. They may feel victimized by mortality. Now, death is seen as an unfair enemy. Narcissists often perceive illness or accidents as cruel attacks on their power or prominence rather than natural processes. They fear exposure in death. Any flaws, weaknesses, or secrets revealed at or after death can feel catastrophic. They want to be admired, not exposed, even posthumously. Narcissists might try to manipulate their legacy. Some narcissists go to great lengths through donations, memoirs, or social media content to ensure they are remembered as great, generous, or heroic regardless of reality. They struggle with the concept of nothingness. Narcissists often live as though they are the center of existence. The idea that life ends and they cease to exist entirely is almost incomprehensible and deeply frightening. They may guilt-trip others over their potential death. Narcissists can frame discussions of mortality in ways that guilt you into keeping them close, maintaining attention, or agreeing with their worldview. They may deny death entirely. Denial is a common defense. They may pretend risks don't exist. They may ignore medical advice, or they may act invincible as a way to protect their ego from the reality of mortality. Narcissists may fear being mourned incorrectly. If the world doesn't mourn them in the way they expect, narcissists anticipate humiliation or rejection even after death. They often imagine the chaos their death would cause. Narcissists may take comfort in believing the world would collapse without them, feeding their self-importance. They may fixate on others' reactions. Will people cry? Will their social status be acknowledged? Narcissists obsess over these outcomes more than the existential reality of death itself. They struggle with the permanence of separation. For a narcissist, death is the ultimate separation from those they control or manipulate. This final loss can provoke intense fear and anxiety. They may imagine vengeful, posthumous scenarios. If someone wronged them, narcissists might fantasize about controlling events even after their death, imagining their legacy, punishing those who crossed them. They fear being invisible in history. Narcissists may obsess over books, monuments, or social media footprints as ways to outlive physical deaths. Now, with a narcissist, they may try to orchestrate attention after your death. A narcissist may use funerals, social media posts, or announcements to position themselves as central, often overshadowing the actual loss. And ultimately, death forces narcissists to confront their limits. Even if they try to manipulate or control the narrative, death reveals their mortality, vulnerability, and the reality that their ego cannot protect them forever, a truth they find nearly unbearable. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you learned a thing or two. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've not done so. Remember, knowledge is power, information is power, and learning is the superpower. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you share this video to all those who may need it. Okay? And if you like this video, please find a second or two and drop a comment. Also, don't forget to click the like button. Hey, Share this video. Thank you.